Okay, good morning. We're live. There's only one person on so far, so I'll wait a couple of minutes to get you guys started. So today we're going to be focusing on shoulders and neck and twists. So they will go really well together, and I'm sure most people will find them useful. So we'll start standing nice and tall over our feet. You might close your eyes. And breathe along your body in an up and down manner. And as you're breathing, as you're noticing your body, try and let the bottom part of your body be a little sturdier, a little more connected to the earth. So from the feet to the legs to the hips. This is where you want your weight to ground down into the earth. And then above the hips, all of your spine is balancing effortlessly. So you need strong foundation to be able to achieve that lightness. A lot of the reason that our neck and shoulders are stiff is because in today's world we're very much in our heads. We value our intellect, we value thinking things through, and they're all good things, but there are times we should really go back to feeling things. This is what we're trying to do this morning. And if you start noticing that you're rationalizing what I'm saying, that you're trying to think about it, just exactly that, trying to think about it, trying to understand it. See if you should just come back to an exhale. And as you exhale, feel the weight of your body spread between your 2 feet. Think about how when you're standing upright, all of your weight is in the soles of your feet. But yet sometimes they don't feel as heavy as our shoulders or our head can. Maybe if the shoulders feel tight and heavy, see if you can just spend a few breaths noticing what's holding them up and softening those parts, as opposed to effortfully drawing them down. Notice what holds them up and relax that part. If you feel like your head is heaving forward, maybe just shifting it ever so slightly back will make it lighter. Every inhale, feel yourself lifting up. Every exhale, arms and legs are heavy, drawing you down towards the earth. Let's bring your arms up and hold on to your elbows. And if the elbows is too much, then hold on to the hands. You can even cross the fingers. Try and keep them quite close to the head. So if it's only your hands that you're holding, cross your fingers and bring them to the crown of your head without putting too much weight. See if you can breathe in, growing taller through the hands, through the head, and exhaling, letting the shoulders relax down. Spending a few breaths here, trying to really soften and spending this time to notice how you really feel. Where are the tensions? Trying to pinpoint them into your body. And maybe they're not just in your neck and shoulders. Maybe they run down your spine, in your upper back, or in your lower back. Maybe as you inhale, you might try and gently open the elbows out to the side. As you exhale, gently close them towards each other. So you might move the hands behind the back of the head. Keeping the head gently supported with your hands. So it's not moving, but the hands are taking a little of the weight. Exhale, close the elbows. Inhale, open up, open the chest. Let your spine move if it needs to move. So maybe as you inhale, you might arch back. Exhale, round, maybe draw the chin in. Really moving progressively and slowly. If balance is a little issue, keep your eyes open, move your eyes first. And on the next exhale, come back to center. Inhale, stretch your hands up. I'm missing my hand on the screen, am I? So inhale, stretch the hands up. Exhale, drop your head onto one side and stretch the opposite side of the body. So from the sole of the foot to the palm of the hand. Inhale, reset yourself in center, finding symmetry. Exhale, drop the head onto the arm. Stretch the other side. So move with your own breath, but try and slow your breath. So on the exhale, really feel how you can stretch. Inhale, fill yourself up. Exhale, soften. If you like, for the last ones, you might want to stay for a couple of breaths on each side, maybe not. If you do, keep expanding into the inhale, softening on the exhale, and trying to really move only sideways, so no part of your body is moving forward or backward. And there's no effort in the neck, because the neck is supported by the bottom arm, which is self-supported by the top arm. I'm using the pressure between my hands to draw my upper arm out towards the sky, pressing my left foot into the ground. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, relax your arms. Open your legs a little wider. Bend your knees a little. And find a place where you can stay in the mini squat. So really not that much of an effort, just soft knees, toes pointed same direction as your thighs. And then taking a few breaths to exhale, tilt the pelvis so tailbone comes down and the lower back lengthen. Maybe move from side to side. When you found that steady foundation on your legs, roll your shoulders. Keeping the arms soft. Roll them the other way. Don't feel like you've got to be rigid in your legs. If you want to extend or bend more, see if you make the circle bigger with your elbows. The other way again. So soft lower arms, rolling the elbows, softening the neck. Notice how the movement of the arms One more time, this time with the hands. Nice big circles, and the other direction. And you're really exploring the feeling in your shoulders as you're limbering up in the morning. Not trying to stretch yet, just not trying to notice which parts need to stretch. And relax. Come and bring your right arm all the way around your head. So try and bring the head inside the right arm and then hold with the hand the other way. And you're just gonna extend the left arm down your thigh and gently stretch. So you're stretching from the right ear to the right shoulder. Maybe try and extend your legs and push your hips to the left as you're drawing your head to the right, your shoulder to the left. See what works with your legs. Try and make a circle with your eyes and notice the effect that has on your balance. So you're going to look all the way up, all the way down, all the way back. And to come out of it, you're really going to draw the right hand down and bring yourself back to center. And take a few breaths here. Move your head back a little, drop your chin. Breathe into the sides of your neck. Let the shoulders be heavy. Notice without moving them, where do your arms naturally fall? Let's circle the left arm up. Bring it all the way to the side of the face. Wrap the head and slide the right arm down. And moving progressively, so with legs a little soft at the start. You might really move with your breath. And rather than moving, as you inhale, you just find your stability over the center of your hips. And as you exhale, make your right arm really heavy. And the whole muscles from the right ear to the right shoulder really soft. And notice what comes undone. Maybe straightening the legs and pushing the right hips towards the right hand as the right hand keep going down. And slowly coming back to center. Drop your head, looking down to the front of your body. Bend your knees a little more. Make sure you can see your hips. And you can feel the center line of your body all the way through your nose, to the center of your forehead, and to the crown of your head. We're going to inhale, reach up. As we exhale, going to bend the knees and bring our hands, bring them onto the knees first. So pushing your hips back, keeping your legs nice and strong, drawing your shoulders down. Let's make some neck circles. So starting all the way down with an exhale. Inhale, slowly look right and up. Exhale, look left and down. Feel how the weight is transferred from your shoulders to your hands, to your knees, to your feet. Let's move to the other side. Inhale, left and up. Exhale, right and down. And coming to center. Let's come back up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands behind you. So interlocking the fingers, do it on this side. My legs are still quite spread, wider than my mat. My feet are parallel this time. Whoop! Don't fall over. So feet parallel. Let's soften the knees, drop the tailbone down. Really lengthen the arms away from us. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold at the hips. And bring your hands all the way over. Breathe deeply here. Crown of the head towards the ground. Legs bent but trying to straighten. Arms moving away from you. Palms of the hands and elbows moving close to each other. Chest coming through the shoulders. On an exhale, drop your knees, drop your hands onto your lower back. Inhale, come back to center. And let's drop our hands onto the mat. And come to kneeling. So we're going to take a wild child pose legs. So I'm going to take my big toes, keep them together, and open my knees as wide as the mat. And then I'm coming to kind of a hands and knees position. So hands underneath my shoulders. I'll just breathe here for a minute, noticing what's happening. And then I'm going to move the right hand just forward, so level with the tip of the fingers of the left hand. And I'm going to just look for the first one, because we're going to do this rhythmically first. So one breath out and one breath in. So as I put my weight onto my right hand, I'm looking straight down. I'm going to exhale, reach with my left hand, maybe dropping my shoulder into the ground, turning my head to the right. Inhale, come back to center. So hand level with the front hand. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming to center. So slow breath so that you can control your movement. You can move with me now. Inhaling, coming up. Really coming back to a symmetrical place. And exhaling. With your arms straight and soften on the last breath or on the last part of the out breath. And when you're coming back up, really push yourself into your arms. So use the muscles of your shoulders to lift yourself up. Okay, the next time we're on the looking towards the right side, I'm going to stay here. And I'm going to focus on the first twist of today. You can take a breath, noticing your lower legs, trying to keep the same amount of weight into both knees, and trying to have your hips right over the center between the knees. Your sit bones are going straight back, like if you were on hands and knees. And then the midsection of your body is nice and soft. Really completely relax your abdomen. Wonder, can you see me? Hopefully, yeah. So you're breathing deeply into that twist. You're softening the sides of the neck, so the right shoulder is really moving away from the right ear. It's more moving a little bit towards the right hip. And the left shoulder is moving towards the left hand. So if your mat is sticky, you can use that stickiness of the left shoulder down to gently open up. And take a last deep exhale, and on the inhale, transfer the weight onto the right hand, push into the right hand. Come back to center. Let's breathe in the center first. So maybe look down, center of your hips, center of your chest, aligned with your nose. Your arms are strong, right underneath you. Take a deep inhale, and on an exhale, folding the left arm, drawing the right arm under, and noticing the difference on this side. So hips facing down, chest facing towards the left. And maybe coming to a place where your arms, the right and the left arms, are parallel. So they're both horizontal. Notice what happens if you press a little more into the left hand to push your left side of the body away from the ground. Expanding through your ribs, especially the left side of the ribs. On an exhale, press into the left hand and inhale, come back to center. Walk your knees together and push your hips all the way back to your knees. And slowly slide your hands forward. Let yourself rest here. Relaxing the forearms and the hands completely into the ground. Now you can bring them closer together or further apart, whichever feels better for you. And better means a place where you can relax most. With the front of your body compressed by your thighs. Let your breath expand into the back ribs. Feel a little slide of the shoulder blades with every breath in and out. Maybe on an exhale, swing your arms all the way back so your hands are facing up by your feet. And then you can really let the top of your arms be heavy. Feel the four corners of your upper body, so your two shoulders and your two seat bones. Let it drape over you, expanding and relaxing. Feel the pose ironing out any tension as your body can gently expand. Like if this ever gets too much for your knee, you can always stick a cushion or a blanket, folded blanket between your heels and your bum, just to kind of less compress the knees. And slowly slide your hands back in front of you. And on an inhale, come back to hands and knees. And let's bring the left foot forward. So I'm going to keep my right knee on the ground. You can fold your mat over if you need an extra support. And first, I'm going to come up into a little lunge. And try and balance myself over my right knee. I'm going to inhale my arms all the way up. And as I exhale, I'm going to extend them out to the side. And turn my palms up And I'm going to come and place my fingertips on my shoulders so I get like a better feel of what my shoulders are doing. As I inhale, I'm going to stand really tall. As I exhale, I'm going to use my hands to turn both shoulders towards the side. So it really is like a movement of both shoulders together. I can inhale again and lengthen. And as I exhale, I turn both shoulders, so the whole like upper frame of my body, not just one arm reaching back. If it gets too much on the arms, I can drop my elbows even, you know. And then inhale, come and stand taller again. So if your spine has gone a little arched, lengthen it. Relax your neck. There shouldn't be any effort in your neck. Your head is just over the center of your chest. Inhale, you're a little taller. Exhale, you come a little more to the side. Now it helps to kind of draw that knee, front knee out as well. It might help to swing the lower leg of the back foot out to the other side. And then see if you can breathe here. So facing as much over the right side as you can. Maybe using gentle pressure of the back of the left hand onto the left knee to keep it open. And here, slowly make a couple of neck circles. Trying to keep your whole body very still and balanced. And a couple on the other side. So inhaling up and side, exhaling down and side. Now we're going to come back. Let's inhale, extend the right arm. And so I'm really turning everything towards the center. And breathe in and spend the last few breaths to really lengthen as high away from my hips as I can. And then on an exhale, I'm going to slide and bring my left elbow over to my left knee. Not sinking into it. And then inhale, my right arm up. My head is wherever it can be most relaxed. And exhale, my right arm over to the side. There's a few options with your left side. You can just rest here, not sinking into the shoulder or the elbow. You can try and reach for the floor with the fingertips and use that to open the left thigh out. And then inhale, come back. And you stay here. I'm going to turn so you can see. So from here, exhale, come back to the front, hands on your hips. Let's see if we can straighten the front leg, lift the toes, keep the fingertips on the floor, and lengthen the spine as well as the hamstring. So if you've got something next to you that you can hold on or come up onto your thigh, then you can do that. And then exhale, come back. Let's lift the back knee for a moment. And stretch the right knee up. Maybe coming onto the front knee and then trying to draw yourself back over your hips. But you want to feel all of this work only in your legs. So maybe bring your hands behind you if that helps drawing the weight back. Inhale, lengthening the upper body. Exhaling down into that right hip. And exhale, the hands back down, the knee back down. Come back to the little lunge. So it's up to you whether you want your toes under or flat for the back leg, whichever gives you more stability. Now here, really trying to keep the hips even. And so your legs are going to be very steady, right? They're facing forward, both of them. Hips are facing forward. You're going to inhale, stretching your arms out to the side. Exhale, take your shoulders. Inhale, stand taller. Exhale, focusing on your hips. The steadiness of your hips. Move your whole upper body to the side. And then inhale, stabilize here. Lengthen. Exhale a little more. So take as many breaths as you need. Maybe leaning the left knee forward helps a bit. If there's too much weight on the back knee, do put something underneath it. And if it helps to kind of bring your hands to your hips, to your waist, then you can do that. Bring your right hand to the outer left hip, or just holding onto the knee, whichever works. And create a resistance. So left foot is strongly anchored into the ground. Left knee is moving a little outward, resisting into the back of the hand. And then the hand is pushing the knee in. And using that strength from the foot to the shoulder, expand all the way out. So you breathe here. Again, finding stability and softening the upper body. So no effort in the upper body. If you feel like your neck is getting tension, try and say yes and no with your head slowly. And then maybe come and exhale, bring your left hand, the one that's behind you, onto the small of your back. Inhale, lengthen up. And if it's available to you, exhale, slide the front arm in outside the front shin and bring the fingertips to the floor. Breathe here, and then with that left hand, come and place it onto your left shoulder and follow the line of the front of your body. So if you feel your chest is really facing down, you can even try and look. Then come back higher up onto the leg, maybe bring the elbow back, and you might try something like this, right hand on your heart, and you're moving your heart left away from your hand. But if you're quite twisted, then you can do it the other way and expand through the left hand and using the draw of the left hand to lift your chest out to the side. Breathe into whichever option works best for you. Try and find that option and then settle with it for at least 4 or 5 breaths, because it takes time to soften the body. And then on an exhale, come back to the front and bring your knees back together and come back into a child pose. Whichever option feels better on your head or on your shoulders. You can even bring your hands underneath your heads, your forehead, if that feels nicer. You want to bring your hands forward, come onto hands and knees, and slowly lower yourself down onto the ground. And just lengthen your legs, reach back with the big toes, feet together, toes reaching back, pubic bone reaching down, spine being long. Again, you can keep your forearms underneath your head. And then sliding on the right forearm, lift the left foot and take hold of the foot. So you're going to try and really keep your thighs parallel and your hips down into the ground. And depending on how open your shoulder is, you could be facing completely towards the front, so your chest be even towards the ground. Or if your shoulders is a bit tight, then there might be a twist in your spine as well. And then you can all try and get the twist, because you're trying to still move your heart forward and your pubic bone down. So there isn't a lot of pressure coming into your spine, but you're arching and twisting. So using the resistance of the foot into the hand to open the right shoulder, and using the resistance of the pubic bone into the ground to lift the left thigh. So it was left shoulder as well. And then we can slowly relax it. Bring your heels towards the outside of the mat and your big toes together. Turn your head to the left. Rest your hand on your hands. And take rest. When you're ready, bring your hands underneath your chest, press into your hands, come back into hands and knees, and bring your right foot forward. So taking the lunge on the right side, squaring the right knee over the right ankle, left hip over the left knee. Just breathing here for a moment, settling into the pose, settling into the upright position again. Forget about your right leg and feel how you can balance over the left knee. Let's see if we can inhale our hands up and exhale them out to the side. Turn the palms up, bring the fingertips onto the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, keep your hips really steady. Turn towards the left. So here you can swivel the back leg already. And like imagine your back leg is facing exactly back as the center of your chest is facing forward. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's that alignment. So chest and back leg comes together. You can keep your arms open all the way or relax them. I really just want you to get a feel of like this line through your body from one shoulder to the other without the shoulders moving out of alignment, coming all the way across from your collarbone. So whichever option works for your arms. Inhale, we lengthen. As we exhale, we twist a little more, bringing the left leg behind. So again, I can look down, look at the front of my body, try and see all the way to my left thigh. Maybe shifting the back leg even more and letting the right knee open out to the side. So bringing the right hand inside the right knee, left hand maybe on the left hip. Try and find length here. And again, completely relaxing the head and the shoulders. Maybe inhale, make some circles. And as you exhale, look down and check your alignment. Change direction. As you inhale, reach up. And if this feels good, open your left hand out to the side. So you're looking for, if you were going to draw your body with stick figures, which is the only way I can draw, I would like one stick to go from my left knee to my neck, with maybe a ball for my head. And then I'll have another stick going from my left fingertips through my upper body into my right shoulder. I'll have two sticks making a square angle for my right leg, and one stick joining my right shoulder to my right knee. And they're all straight lines. If I can keep the legs very steady, I might try and slide all the way onto the elbow. So I can keep the elbow over the knee, trying to not change any of the other sticks. So the only sticks that I've changed is, one from the hip to the shoulder, and then the one from the shoulder to the hand hasn't really moved. You can do this with a few breaths if it helps. Exhaling, sliding, maybe bringing your fingertips all the way down, maybe just staying elbow to knee. Maybe relaxing, holding that shoulder if that arm is a bit tight. And then, so you can come here, you can reach this hand up, you can let this hand rest, bring it onto your hips, bring it onto your chest, or onto your shoulders. Trying to find that alignment. Make sure that your right knee isn't gone past your foot, so maybe look down, keep that square. And breathe here. Or if your fingertips are on the floor, inhale the right hand up and exhale the arm past your face. And keep letting the right hip opening. Maybe feel how you're expanding from the left knee through the side of your waist, all the muscles of your upper back into that top arm. Make your head as light as possible. And then inhale, bring your right arm back across. Come back, relax your arms. Turning back towards the front. So I'm going to turn this way, but you stay where you are. Squaring the hips again to the center. And again, whichever option works with your arms, keeping the legs really steady with maybe a little intention of the right knee to fall inwards. Pressing through your whole lower leg. As you exhale, turn a little. So again, trying to keep the shoulders, all that line straight. So we inhale, we lengthen from the back knee to the top of the head. And exhale, come to the side. And so whenever we're doing a twist, I like to think of a corkscrew, right? If you ever open a bottle of wine that has a cork, when you're twisting, you're not twisting down, pushing the cork down. You're twisting up taking it away. So you're drawing it up. So that's the feeling you want in your twist. Is like inhale, pull up, exhale, twist. Inhale, pull up, exhale, twist for every single movement or breath. So here you can bring the left hand to the front, maybe the right hand to the back, and think inhale, pull up, and exhale, twist. And there are times that there's cracks in my spine and in my muscles, in my shoulders, that actually sound like a bottle opening, like a nice pop. Now from here, you can stay here if this is enough. You can relax the shoulders, you can adjust the pose to make it feel good for you. You can come out of it. And sometimes doing it dynamically works better. Or you can lengthen, keep your legs really steady. And exhale, bring the elbow to the left knee. Right hand on your back. Maybe staying here. Maybe bringing the hands together. Noticing how different is one side from the other. This is really stiff for me. So maybe having the fingertips all the way down. But if that really brings your shoulder out of alignment, then come back to that idea of lining your shoulders with your chest. And take another option, whichever that might be. And if you're balanced and it feels nice, you can expand the right arm up. But if it doesn't feel like it's doing something for you, then come back to a previous version. And then exhale. Come back down onto hands and knees. Maybe if you cat and cow movement, or just inhale, swinging forward. Exhale, swinging back. You can take a child pose if you like it. And then come and lie onto your tummy. Forearms underneath your head first, toes together. Reaching back with the legs. Reaching down with the pubic bone. Relaxing all of the spine. So active legs moving away. Soft upper body. Coming to rest on the left forearm. Bend the right knee, but still drawing the pubic bone towards the ground. Hips facing down, both of them equally. And then catching the left foot. The right foot with the right hand. So you breathe here. And you notice where you feel the pose. Whether you keep your hands inside or outside is going to change how it feels in your elbow and your shoulder. Try and keep both hip equally anchored into the ground. And both legs still moving away, so even your right knee is still moving away from your hips. And if your chest is turned to the side, see if you can expand with every breath. Trying to keep the thighs to stay parallel, so not let the right side come too much out. And then on an exhale, slowly release. Bring your hands underneath your head, turn your head to the right. Bring your big toes together with your heels falling out. And let your body really rest onto the ground. This is like a Shavasana type pose. To really relax. Don't hold anything. Let yourself melt down and notice the feelings. Try and remain still. And on an inhale, slowly coming back up and turn over to lie on your back. Keep your feet behind your hips if you like. And move your head as far away from you as you can, but dropping your chin in. And then slowly turn your head from side to side. Maybe stay on one side. So if my head is turned to the right side of my face be really heavy, like magnetically pulled towards the ground. And the same with the opposite shoulder. And use the support of the ground underneath you to lean your head a little more against so that you feel all the lengthening on the side of the neck, the top of the shoulder. On an inhale, slowly turn back to the center. And on an exhale, turn to the other side. Notice the angle of your face, the angle of your chest, and the angle of your hips. And ideally, your hips should be very balanced, so should your knee and feet. And even your upper body would be in that same frontal alignment as your legs and hips. Just your neck is twisting. And in that twist, it's the same idea. As you inhale, you might let the head come a little away from the neck. As you exhale, gently twist a bit more. But it's all about opening up, not closing it. And then inhale, bring the head back to center. And a few options with your hands here. You can open them out wide to the side like a T shape. And see if you can do this without raising the shoulders up. Notice the impact on your breath. It can open the ribcage a little more. So you can stay with your arms extended, or if it's more relaxed, bend at the elbows and bring the hands a little closer to your head or very much closer to your head. You pick. And press into your feet, draw your lower back towards the floor, and bring your right foot towards the center. Cross your left foot over the right knee. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale. You can let the knees, the feet, the legs come towards the right side. So as far as they want, you might have your left foot on the ground, your right thigh on the ground. Or you can, if twisting is something that's very difficult, especially in your hips, you can keep your feet together and maybe just open the right hip down and let the left hip follow. So like you're minimizing the twist. And just finding what feels right for you. So either feet together, knees together, them coming to one side. Maybe your feet are going to be further from your hips. But if you've got your legs crossed, then you can use that as well, like use the top leg as a lever. And take it really slowly. Breathe all the way along the left side of your body. Feel the center line in your body from the center of your hips along your spine, center of your chest and head. So try and keep those 3 points aligned. Inhaling along that line and exhaling, twisting each part in opposite direction. So the hips turn towards the right side and the head turns towards the left side as the shoulders stay grounding towards the ceiling. And this is really, if you want to do some yoga, you feel like you could just do this, and do this in your bed, do this at any time. Okay, it's more about stretching than strengthening. But if there's days that you're doing a lot of other physical activities and spent enough energy, used enough muscle strength, then all you want is stretch, then you can just do this. And this will stretch your hips, all of your core, your shoulders, your neck. And it's also a very good way of giving all of your digestive tract a massage. And that will work even better if you really soften. So really do this as a relaxation pose. Notice where your breath gets constricted because you're twisted and where it will push. And soften, make it way. And to come out of it, I find it really nice to use the Feldenkrais movement. So you're going to turn your head back towards your legs. You're going to slowly sweep your arm alongside the ground until you bring it back over the side of your body. And you can curve into a little bowl into that right side. And just with your right arm, come and hug your right knee to your chest. And just using a little strength in the right arm, bring the right knee up. Let everything else be totally soft. And as the right knee comes up, your whole body rolls onto its back. Maybe you stay here and give yourself a little hug. And then drop your feet back. Center yourself. Open your arms again, whichever way you like. And then whether you keep your feet together and you just swing the knees to the side, or you come and cross the right foot over the left knee. Take a deep inhale along that center line. And as you exhale, and you can take loads of breath to come down into the full twist, as long as it's more feeling of relaxation and effort. Let your knees, your legs come to the left side, and turn your head to the right side. And sometimes it's nice to also use the right hand as an extra, more little bit of weight on the right knee, but just watch that it doesn't bring more tension into your shoulders. See if you can let all of your body parts just hang. Notice if you're holding anything. Breathe along that center line. Think about the open and twist. Spend maybe 5 breaths breathing, feeling your hips and your legs. So focusing your attention into lower parts of the body. From floor, abdomen, and then the flesh of the buttocks, the muscles, the fascia, the knee, whichever calls your attention. And breathe into the whole right side of your upper body. From your pelvic floor to your right collarbone and right shoulder blade. Exploring the movement of the breath into the right side of the body. And as you breathe in, you might find a little tightness. Spend the next out breath trying to really soften those parts so that the next in breath flows more easily. And then breathe down and up your right arm from the shoulders to the fingertips. Feel the top of both shoulders and both sides of your neck. Maybe try a very, very, very small, invisible yes movement with your head. And see if that might feel like you can find a better place for your neck. And just soften. This tends to bring a lot of activity into the digestive system. It's usually where you can listen your whole guts have a full-blown conversation, a monologue. Try and pinpoint where you feel the noises, what's happening. And, be grateful for your body processing the food, keeping you alive. Well, then inhale, you're going to turn your head back towards the ceiling. Exhale, roll towards your legs, like a little ball on your left hand side. Now bring your right knee to your chest. Lift up, let your whole body roll back. Let your legs slide open and your arms slide open. And take Shavasana. And feel both sides of your body simultaneously. Notice the increased blood flow, the deeper breath. Notice the weight of your head deep into the ground. Let it completely relax. And set your intention for this Shavasana to feel your body. Sometimes when we feel the body, we might feel emotions. So emotions live in the body as much as in the brain. Let yourself be soothed by your breath. Feel gravity holding you down into the ground. Feel the lightness of your breath lifting the layers of your body. Notice the effects of the practice, maybe on your hips or on your shoulders or anywhere you feel it. And breathe through those sensations so that you can remember them in your body. And you can take them with you away from the mat. And if at any part of your day outside of your yoga practice, your body is talking to you because it feels tight in one place, because there's a little pain, because it feels tired. See if you can give it maybe 5 or 10 breaths. Don't ignore it and shut it down and go through the pain, go through the discomfort. Just stop and listen. Take a deep breath in to draw oxygen, energy into that part that's talking to you. And a slow breath out to let it know that you've listened. And maybe after those few comforting breaths, check on your alignment. Come back to whatever you were doing at the time your body said, hey, look after me. And try and bring in one of those principles we explore in the practice. Try and find length. If you need strength, use the earth. So whatever you're lifting or pulling, there's always a part of you that can use an opposite force to push into the ground, push into the earth. And that will give you extra strength. And if you need space in your body, use the air. Breathe into the space that you need. If you need balance, find it in your hips. Connect through the earth, through your legs. And find that power center. Somewhere between your navel and your hip bones. halfway between the front and the back of your body. This is where your power resides. And sometimes all you need to do is take a deep breath, exhaling from that into the earth, and inhaling from there through your spine, into your head, your neck, your shoulders, and get all that energy back into your body when you need it. You can stay here for another few moments, or slowly, mindfully make your way back to sitting. And when you sit, see if you can practice those principles. So finding the support of the earth. If it's an effort to sit tall, then find support by pushing down as you're lightening up. Find your place of balance in your lower belly. Press down from the lower belly into the earth. Breathe up from the lower belly through the body to the head, arms and hands. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Rest your thumbs on your chest bone. Gently lower your head. If your eyes were open, you would be gazing at the tip of your middle fingers. Breathe here deeply. Feel the energy circulating from your hips to your heart to your head. Imagine the energy gathering through the palms of your hands, coming from the sky to your head, from the earth to your hips, meeting at your heart, and spreading to your hands. Have your palms together. Feel the heat. Bring your hands to your face, your shoulders, your beautiful hearts, hips, knees, and feet. And back to your heart. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Have a beautiful day and beautiful weekend. Bye.